There is a very specific kind of tired that has absolutely nothing to do with working hard. It is a weight that lives deep in your bones, a persistent fog that sleep cannot seem to touch, and a heavy realization that even after a full weekend of doing nothing, you still wake up on Monday morning feeling entirely depleted. This isn't the satisfying exhaustion that comes after a long day of physical labor or intense, focused creativity. This is something else entirely. It is a quiet, eroding fatigue that creeps in when you aren't paying attention, leaving you feeling hollowed out even when your calendar says you should be fully rested. This is the exhaustion of perpetual readiness. It's the tired that comes from never truly switching off, from keeping your mind perpetually tethered to an invisible digital leash. Think about the phone buzzing silently beside your plate during dinner and the instinctual magnetic pull to look at it. Think about the quick email you send right before bed, convincing yourself that clearing your inbox will help you sleep better, only for your mind to spend the next hour drafting responses in your head. Think about that casual Sunday afternoon Slack reply you tell yourself doesn't count because it only took 30 seconds to type out. We treat these micro interactions as harmless gestures of efficiency, but they carry a massive invisible cognitive tax. We believe we are staying on top of things, but in reality, we are just keeping ourselves underwater. Here is the scientific reality of what is actually happening inside you. Your nervous system is incredibly sophisticated, but it lacks nuance when it comes to stress. It simply does not know the difference between a small thing and a big thing. To your body, a notification ping from your boss at 9 in the evening triggers the exact same low-grade biological survival response as a rustle in the bushes would have to our ancestors. Every single time you respond to a work message outside your hours, you are sending your body a singular, powerful signal. We are still on duty, danger is still possible, and we must remain vigilant. When you exist in this state of constant low-level alertness, your biology never actually gets to transition into the deep parasympathetic state required for true cellular repair and mental rejuvenation. You might not be actively working, but your system is absolutely not recovering. A body that is always on duty can never actually get to heal, let alone thrive. This is why you cannot solve this problem with sheer discipline or willpower. This isn't a character flaw, and it isn't because you aren't trying hard enough to relax. It is pure physiology. True recovery requires an actual definitive stop. It demands a hard border, a complete physical and digital severance from the demands of the outside world, not just a quieter, slightly dimmed down version of being on. You cannot heal from chronic overstimulation by simply looking at your screens with less intensity. You have to shut them down, step away, and allow the background noise of expectation to fade to absolute zero. Over the course of this week, I am going to walk you through the hidden compounding costs of constant availability, looking at exactly how this perpetual digital noise erodes your creativity, your focus, and your long-term health. More importantly, we are going to explore what begins to change in your focus, your energy, and your relationships when you finally build in a real non-negotiable stop. Follow along with me day by day, and this Friday, I am going to show you exactly what a perfect day actually looks like when you reclaim your boundaries, protect your nervous system, and finally learn how to rest the right way.